Hello, hello, hello. Happy to see everybody. I am PGH Guitar Guy, and I run Friday the 13th because I hate myself. I mean, because it's a wonderful game. I hope you're all doing well tonight. Thank you for coming to this live tutorial. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to cry, and we're going to laugh, and all the things. So I encourage you to pull up a notepad because there's a couple things that you're really going to want to take some notes on. If you can't, that's okay. You can go back and watch the VOD. So a couple of things I want to do real quick, or a couple of people I'd like to thank before we get this started. The first one is I'd like to thank Rossi, because Rossi created this ROM hack, giving us the perfect seed every time. Without Rossi's due diligence and his beautiful, mind, this doesn't happen. And he kind of breathed a ton of new life into this game, because this was a dying speed run due to the monotonous amounts of resets that had to be done to get the right setup and the right seed in the any percent category. So we were talking together about how it would be possible to eliminate a lot of the RNG in this game and to get the correct seed and the correct spawn every time. And he said, I got this. So he took the ROM and, came back at us, and it was very quick. It was a couple day turnaround. He said, how about this? Does this work? Yeah, that's amazing. You've eliminated the resets. So it's called Race Percent, and this is going to be the run for it. I'm going to start off. There's going to be a 3-part tutorial to this. Part 1 is going to be the walkthrough of the game. I'm not really going to talk too much about little, nuances. Part 2 is going to be day 2 and day 3, because they directly relate to each other. Part 3 is going to be a what if. So we'll get started with part 1, and I'm going to go over things at a slower pace first, and then we'll bring it up to speed. So if you guys are ready, and again, thank you for being here, and thank you to Best of NES for allowing me to do this. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to hit start. Hit start again, and this brings you to the character selection screen. You're going to want to select Mark, because Mark is the optimal male character in this game. So all of the guesswork is taken out for you. You don't have to worry about spawning in the correct spot. You don't have to worry about the background, none of the stuff. By the way, I do have a tutorial on YouTube for this, and the funny part about the race percent is that it pretty much eliminates the first 4 minutes of my tutorial. You don't have to worry about it at all, because that's the setup for the any percent seed and everything. So if you would like to use my tutorial on YouTube, you can skip to 4:33, and that'll get you right into what we're talking about right now. Okay, so you're going to pick Mark, and the first thing you're going to do after you select Mark is you're going to want to kill 3 zombies. Why 3 zombies? Because when you kill 3 zombies, that's going to spawn the lighter. Items spawn very strange in this game. You have to jump to spawn everything but the lighter. It's kind of strange, and I don't know why it's like that, but you have to jump. So after the lighter pops up, you're going to jump, and you're going to spawn the knife. There's a thing that's called the hot knife, and I will kind of show you what we're talking about, where, again, the programming in this game is just so strange that if you grab the knife, you don't have to worry about grabbing the lighter, because when you grab the knife, it'll say you got both. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So we'll get started real quick. So you select Mark, and you're going to get started with this, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to kill 3 zombies, and you use B to throw rocks. And that sound, that lovely annoying sound you hear, means that Jason is attacking someone right now. Okay, so 3 rocks, there's the lighter. We have to jump to spawn the knife. See the knife? I'm not going to grab the lighter. Now both are gone. So let's do that again. Mark. And you'll notice, after I kill a zombie, I'm working my way to the left. You don't want to go past this tree that you see But I'm also working left because that's the next stop in the speed run. That's a horrible knife spawn. But after you get the knife, you're going to want to head left to this cabin right here. And you're going to want to go in. Then you hit up to go in. Now the routing for this cabin is you're going to want to go up one screen and then to the right one screen. And there's your note, okay? Now you have to take notes in this game to set up other things happening down the line in this game. Kind of weird, but that's Friday the 13th for you. So when you see the note, you're going to want to hit select to pull up your item selection dot in the menu. And you're going to want to hit up and go down to take. And you hit A to take an item. The note's going to tell you, go into the woods, because it's a 1980s horror movie and we do what random strangers tell us to do. Okay, so let's restart. Oh, hi, Mark. Okay, start, Mark. We're going to kill 3 zombies, jump to get the knife, go into the cabin, and get the note. There's your knife. Get the knife, go cabin, up one screen, to the right one screen. There's your note. Okay, so we'll take the note, go into the woods. So, the routing to get out of this cabin is go to the right one screen, and then hit up or hold up until you leave. When you leave this cabin, you're going to go to the left. You're going to follow the path left, and then you're going to go down to the woods. Yeah, spoilers. So we leave this cabin, and we go down to the woods. Just like that. So here, you're going to want to go left. This is where you spawn the key. Now there's a stretch that you're going to follow. It's kind of tricky because if you jump too early, you're going to spawn another knife, like that. So what you want to do is you want to move the screen a little bit, probably about right where I'm standing right now before you jump. Jump, and there's a key. Now, why do you need the key? I'm glad you asked. Because that's the next part of the run. You want to come follow this path till you see this path that goes up, okay? For whatever reason, you have to go up twice. Now you're at the cabin in the woods. Ooh, that's a different movie. Or was that Cabin by the Lake? But you have to leave this cabin and go back a second time. When you go back a second time, that's what spawns the note that tells you fire is bad for Jason. And then that's what spawns the torch back in the big cabin by the lake that we got the first note in. So I'm going to start all over. We're going to go through the whole thing and get up to that point. Trying to kind of build the layers, you know. So start, Mark. Yeah, right. 3 zombies. Jump, spawn the knife. There you go, get the knife. Cabin. Up one screen, right one screen. Take the note. Right one screen, hold up to leave, and now we're going to go left. And then go down one. There you go. Now we're in the woods. Left, jump. There's the key. You have till about like right here, and then you won't spawn any more keys. So you'll have to go back and jump again. So up, up, hit down to leave, up to go back a second time. Now we're going to go into the cabin. This cabin routing, you just want to go right one screen. There's your note. Okay? So remember, hit select, and then hit up, and you're going to take the note, which is going to tell us fire bad. After this, you're going to hit right. That's going to show you the front door. Now, something that people were worried about is, is health. So there's something you can do here. You have to hold up. It's going to take you outside. And then what's weird is instead of holding down here to leave, you have to hold up again to leave. So now you're back in the woods path. Here's where you can get what they call vitamins in this game, which is health. So if you jump, there's some vitamins. So take the time to go ahead and get your extra vitamins. It's just in this stretch right here, from this path to this path. You're going to want to jump until you spawn a set of vitamins. If that's a worry for you, if health is a worry for you, then definitely get those vitamins. Now, the woods path, I will tell you, once you leave this cabin in the woods, vitamin C, exactly. Make sure you get plenty. The routing is right, down, right, down to get back to the lake. So you're going to go to the right, down the first path you see, to the right, down the first path you see again. So we're going to reset, put it all together. We're going to go to the torch this time, okay? So start, hit mark. Three zombies. Jump. Good knife. One screen up, one screen right. Take your note into the woods. One screen right. There we go. And we're going to continue left, down into the woods. Move the screen a little. Jump. There's a key. Follow this to the first path. Up, up, down, up. And you're going to hold up to go into this cabin. One screen to the right. There's your note. We're going to take the note. Firebird. Okay, now we hit right. We hold up until... Now we're back in the woods, so we can go ahead and jump. Jump, there's some vitamins. First path down, to the right. First path down. Now, from here, you're going to go ahead and you're going to move to the right. You want to go back into this big cabin where you got the first note. The cabin routing here is really easy. It's one screen up and then hit down. It's going to turn you around to the front door. There is the torch. So you want to hit take, and now we have one of the strongest weapons in the game. I say one of because there's another weapon that's a little more strong, but it doesn't come into play in the speedrun, so we won't really get into it too much. Okay, so we've got the torch. We can continue. Are we good going on from here? Or would you like me to do that one more time? Put a 1 in the chat if we're good to continue. Put a 2 in the chat if you'd like me to go back and do that one more time. Just want to make sure that you guys are good with what you see. Two, go back and do it again. Okay, perfect. Can't see it often enough, no problem. Let's do it again. That's why we're here. Okay, so we're going to start again. Select mark. Hi, NES. How you doing? It's good to see you. Okay. 3 zombies. Oop. Now jump. Spawn the knife. There we go. Good knife. And into the cabin. 1 screen up. 1 screen to the right. Okay. Take the note. We're good. And then hit right. Hold up until we leave, and we're going to go left. First path down into the woods. Move the screen and jump, and there's a key. Up, up, down, up. Go into the cabin. 1 screen to the right to spawn your next note. Take the note. Firebird. Oh no, a second knife. Okay, hit right. There we go. We can leave. Hold up again. Okay, if you're worried, get some vitamins here. There's some vitamins. You can go back and get them. It's no problem. You're not going to lose that much time. To the right and down. To the right and down. Now we're going to move to the right again. We're going to go into this cabin. Up 1 screen. Hit down. There's your torch. Take the torch. Okay. From here, we're going to leave this cabin, and we're going to book it right, okay? A lot of moving right in this game. So, oh, you're very welcome. Also, I want to put this out there. If at any point you guys have questions, feel free to ask. I will do my best to answer everything I can. I'm kind of just, I don't want to say I'm flying by the seat of my pants here, but you know what I mean. I'm trying to do the building block routine so you guys get some repetition and see what we're doing, and yeah. But I will be more than happy to try to answer questions and whatnot. So we're going to leave this cabin, and we're going to book it to the left. The stork, you silly. You know that. Also, where do they go? Everywhere. You got to keep a close eye on them. Mine likes to crawl all over the place. She's in the dining room sometimes, and sometimes she's up on the ceiling. It gets wild. Okay, so we're going to leave this cabin, and then we're going to work our way to the right. Here, there's another opportunity for vitamins. If you wait until this lake path, now after the lake path, you can jump. There's another set of vitamins, okay? So, you now have 2 things of vitamins to help you in case you're worried about health. Here's the path you want to take. You want to move to the right until you see the first path down. Once you get to that path, then you're going to hit down, and you're going to move to the right till you see the first cabin. Okay? Now, Jason will be in here. Does jumping cost or save frames? No. It's as long as you're moving the screen, you can jump and there's no penalty. So glad I'm masturbating. Question, Cotton Eye Joe. Oh. Oh my gosh. You guys. We're going to reset. We're going to do the whole thing again. And we're going to go up to Jason. Okay. So start, pick mark. 3 zombies. And you are on a timer, by the way. So it's like, you can take your time, but take your time and hurry up at the same time, if that makes sense. Over to this cabin. In the cabin. 1 screen up, 1 screen right. There's your note. Let's take the note. Into the woods. Random stranger. 1 screen right. Hold up. And we're going to work our way left. Take the first path down into the woods. Move the screen. Jump. Okay, so here, I'm glad that key spawned there, because you can do 2 things here, okay? You can go back and grab that key, you're not going to lose that much time, or if you want to take the chance to keep it moving forward and not going backward, you can jump again to spawn another key. But like I said, keep in mind, you only have till about right where I'm standing right now to spawn keys. After that, you won't spawn any keys and you'll have to go back anyway. So it's really up to you. Use your best, judgment. If it's a horrible key that spawns far, far on the right side, I'd probably just keep working left and jump again to spawn a second key. Sorry, I wanted to touch on that because, I had to. That's okay. You're perfectly fine. I like the humors. Okay. 3 zombies. We selected Mark. You guys are going to hear 3 zombies in your sleep, I swear. Get the knife. Work your way left into this cabin. 1 screen up, 1 screen right. Take the note. Move right. Hold up. There we go. And work your way left and into the woods. Move the screen. Jump. There's a key. There's another key. And I made it past the point. There we go. Up, up, down, up. Go up into this cabin. 1 screen right, and there's your note. Hi, Valiant. How you doing? Fire bad. So we take this. 1 screen right. Hold up to leave the cabin. Hold up to leave again. Work your way right. There you go. There's some vitamins. Take your time. Go back and get those. It's no big deal. Down. Work your way right. And down. We're in the woods. Or we're out of the woods, sorry. Work your way right. Go into the big cabin. 1 screen up. Hit down. There's the torch. Is Kevin Bacon % a category? It should be. Yes. Yes, thank you, Rayo. You got it. Fire bad. Beer good. I'm old. Okay, now we hold up to leave the cabin, and we continue to work our way to the right. Past the lake path, you can jump again. There's some more vitamins. And down. And work our way right. And here we go. Okay. We're going to wave to Paul. We're going to say, hi, Paul. And we're glad that Paul's there, because if this were any percent, that could very well be Laura. And you don't want Laura. Anywho, so this screen, this is another area where you should take a note here, okay? Yes, 8-Bit Thief, Napster bad. So, Jason's in the cabin. You don't want Jason in the cabin. You want to face Jason on the path. The fight is faster. You have to fight Jason in the cabin is kind of like a punch-out thing. You have to dodge him, and you can only hit him once or twice at a time. Path fights, you can light them up for 6, 7, 8, more hits per encounter. So it's optimal to get him on the path. How do you get him on the path? There's a trick you can do. It's kind of a manip, but on this screen you want to hit start. You're going to switch to a counselor who's not in the cabin with you. This does not work if you switch to Paul, because you're in the same cabin. So we go to George, hit start, and then we hit start and go back to Mark. You'll notice Paul is now gone. Jason's outside now. So if we hit down, as soon as we go outside, there's Jason. So what I'll do is I will go through the rest of day 1. We'll go back and do day 1 a couple times before we move on to day 2. So I'm going to go outside. This is our first encounter with Jason. What I do for the first Jason fight, it's something that I call the 7-7 method. The reason that I do the 7-7 method, 7 hits on the first encounter before Jason. It takes 7 to make Jason turn and run off the screen. If you hit him 7 times and then immediately give chase, you won't spawn zombies for the first 2 times you fight Jason. Now that's important because if you spawn a zombie, it's going to take a second or 2 seconds to throw a torch, kill the zombie, have the zombie go away, and then have Jason jump on the screen. So optimally, you don't want zombies to spawn the first 2 times you fight Jason. The first 2 screens, I should say. So let me show you what I mean. So we're going to leave. Here comes Jason. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give chase. No zombie. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I hit him 8 times there, but that's okay. No zombie. And then here you can just light him up till he turns and runs. You're going to follow him into this cabin. Okay. So, what do we do in this cabin? This is a big one, because you've got to do a couple things. This is the end of Mark's journey. We're going to pass the torch, quite literally. We're going to pass the torch to Chrissy, and we're going to switch characters. Yes, we are asking Chrissy to the prom. We're going to get that prom. So, pass the torch, change. So remember, hit select to bring up your selection dot, down to pass, A, hit select, A. Okay? Once you have passed the torch and you are Chrissy, we have to remember we want Jason outside. So how do we get Jason outside? We do the counselor swap again. Okay? So hit start, go over to Debbie, hit start, one more time, hit start, go back to Chrissy, hit start. Bye, Mark. Mark is now gone. Jason is outside waiting for us. We're going to go outside. You hit down to get back to the front door. We're going to go outside, mash the crap out of the B button, and that's going to be the end of day 1. And that's the end of day 1. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to do that a couple times just to make sure that everybody's got the hang of everything and we've got day 1 down before we go on to day 2. So let's reset. And start. Mark. Three zombies. Remember, work your way left a little. Don't go past this tree, though. Jump. There's a knife. Work your way left to this cabin. In the cabin, 1 screen up, 1 screen right. Take the note. 1 screen right and hold up until you leave the cabin. Work your way left. and then down into the woods. Move the screen, jump. There's a key. Wow, that was a good key. Really good key. Up, up, down, up. Up into the cabin. One screen to the right. There's our second note that tells us fire bad, beer good. One screen to the right. Hold up to leave the cabin. Hold up to leave the outside cabin. Back. Now we can spawn some vitamins. Down the path to the right. And we're going to go down the path again. Now we're going to work our way to the right again here into this big cabin. And it's up one screen, hit down. There's our torch. Take the torch, hold up. Instructions unclear. Set note on fire. Yes. Work our way to the right. Remember, after this lake path, you can jump to spawn another set of vitamins. Now, I will tell you this: the vitamins are only good for Mark because when you change characters, they don't carry over, unfortunately. So we went right until we saw the first path down. We hit that first path down. We worked our way right. We made it to the first house. Hi, Paul. We need to get out of here. So start, move to George. Start again, move to Mark. Bye, Paul. Hit down. Jason's outside. Okay. Remember, 7, move with Jason. 7, move with Jason. And now you can hit him 8 times, whatever you want to do. Oh, he outran my torch. Okay, right, first cabin. Okay, so there is a method here that Valiant Link, actually, I'm going to throw credit out to him. This is called the fast swap, if you can get this, okay? There is a method here that will let you switch very quickly. It's a little advanced, but I'll show you anyway. So you're going to want to hit select, down, A, select, A. That's the controller routing for this. Watch how fast this is, okay? Remember, select, down, A, select, A. Now we've got Chrissy and we've got the torch. That's called the fast swap, and that was a Valiant Link creation. So shout out to Valiant Link for that. We've got to get Jason outside, okay? When we get Jason outside, start, Debbie, start, back to Chrissy. Hit down, and then hold up to get outside. Here's the end of day 1. Okay, now, questions, anything like that? I would like to go through day 1 again at full speed. I will give instructions, kind of, but I'm going to go through the whole day at full speed. And then we'll move on to day 2 if we're feeling comfortable. How are we feeling, gang? Are we feeling comfortable with day 1? Zero, because she is. Yes, B, the timer is in-game. You'll see it on the screen. So in order to get Jason to pop up outside, you just counselor swap. Correct, yes. When you're inside a cabin that has Jason and another counselor, so that's the trick to it. There has to be 2 counselors and Jason in the cabin. You have to swap counselors to a counselor that's not in the cabin with you. And then once you swap back to your original counselor, Jason will be outside. Okay, we're good. I'm going to do day 1 at full speed. So here we go. Mark? Three zombies. Jump to spawn your knife. Good knife. Cabin. One screen up, one screen. Get your note. One screen to the right. Hold up. go left. Go left into the woods. Move the screen, jump. Good key. Up, up, down, up. Go into the cabin. One screen to the right, grab your note. Fire will damage Jason. One screen to the right, hold up to leave, hold up to leave. I don't do the vitamins, so I'm not going to do that. Right, down, go right, and then up into the cabin. One screen up, one screen down, get your torch. Leave the cabin, work your way right. Go until you see the first path that you can take down. Go over to the first cabin, go in, and you're going to swap characters. Hit down, leave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we're going to die. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, he took enough health out of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, wait, we're good. We made it. Okay. Up. Fast swap. Wait, hold on. Okay, we're good. Start, Debbie, start, Chrissy. Hit down, go up. Here's the end of day 1. And I'll do this one more time for you guys, too. And the in-game timer said 150. I accidentally made a save state. That's what threw me off. My save state command is down and select. And when I tried to do the fast swap just there, I hit both of them at the same time. I said, what the heck? Okay. So let me reset. One more time. One more time through day 1. Select mark. And I stress day 1 because day 1 is... Wait till you see how fast day 2 is. Day 2 is the run killer, and it's also the fastest part of the run. Get the knife. Up one screen, to the right. Take the note. Up one screen. Yes, day 2 is fast in theory. You are not wrong. Okay, to the left, down a path, move the screen left, jump. Bad key, we're going to try again. Another bad key, it's okay, we'll go back and get it. Up, up, down, up. Enter the cabin. One screen to the right, take your note. Fire bad. To the right, hold up to leave the cabin, hold up to leave the outside. Come back to the right, down the first path, come back to the right again, and down the first path to get back to the lake. Move right, go into this cabin, up one screen, then immediately down. There's the torch. You're going to get the torch, and you're going to leave and head right. The key is cursed. Okay, and we're going to keep heading to the right so we see that first path, and then we're going to head right here, and we're going to go ahead and swap characters to the George to Mark, and outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Follow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, yeah, we're definitely going to die here. Oh, I lied again. I thought we were dead. Okay, and swap. Over to Debbie, over to Chrissy, down, up to the door, and here we go. Fire, 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 fire. Frenzy, 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 frenzy. Okay. That's the end of day 1. And the in-game timer there said 146. Tundra, how you doing? It's another Friday the 13th member. Yes, unfortunately, that tutorial was first of the evening. Okay. And we've hit the end of day 1, and we're going to go ahead and move on to day 2, okay? We still have a lot to cover, and I'd like to get going with that, if that's okay. Be sure to go back and watch the VOD. Be sure to take some notes, all that fun stuff. So, to continue into day 2. Day 2 is the shortest part of the run, and the part of the run where things can go crazy, haywire, crazy wrong, etc., etc. Okay, be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Yes. A crummy ad. Okay, so we're going to hit start. And was it discussed on what to do if Mark dies? Reset. That is the biggest, honest piece of advice I could possibly give you. Because if Mark dies in day 1, you're still only a minute and some into the run. You can reset and recover and still have a 4.5 to 5 minute run. If you lose Mark to start over, you have to pick another character, go back to the spawn where Mark was, spawn another note, spawn another torch, etc., etc. So it's just much easier if you happen to lose Mark to reset your run and start from scratch. One thing I will tell you is there is a visual cue here to watch for when you are starting day 2. Day 2 is going to start when you see the exclamation points after the word before. So it says, watch out, Jason's still alive and stronger than before. As soon as you see those exclamation points pop up, you can hit start and move on to the next day. You don't have to wait around for anything. It's just those exclamation points. So, yeah, world record is 251 for any percent, 246 for the race percent. And start. Okay. So, since we passed the torch to Chrissy, and we started, we killed Jason with Chrissy, we're going to keep going. We're going to end the run with Chrissy. So, you're going to hit start, you're going to hit left and select Chrissy. The Jason is crazy in day 2. You're going to start off day 2 out on the path. Day 2 is entirely outside, along the path. You're going to run into Jason 3 or 4 times out on the path, and that's the end of day 2. You're going to want to hit Jason 8 or 9 times per encounter. 10 is great if you can get 10, but keep in mind, you want to stop what you're doing fast enough to give chase to Jason when he turns to run off the screen. Vitally, vitally, vitally important. If Jason turns and runs off the screen before you get a chance to chase him, he will leave. He will run off, and that's a section down the road in this tutorial. But you want to make sure that you stay close to Jason, but not so close that you run into him, because he will take a huge chunk of your life bar if you actually touch him. So let's go ahead and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here's day 2. You're going to move your way left. Or right, correct. Sorry. And here's Jason. 4, 5, 6, 7. See, he turns to run. You want to stop what you're doing and run. Stop what you're doing and run when you see him turn. There you go. Stop what you're doing, run. Okay? Oh, this is a good one. So, see, we didn't go fast enough, so we lost him, right? He's in the woods. This is the craziest part about this run. He's headed to the lake. So as long as you know his routing, you can get him. So I have to actually reset and go back to day 2 because this whole thing now is skewed. Yeah, you have 2 seconds along the whole path. If he runs away from you, then you have to run to a backup. This was actually something I was going to cover later, but it's good that it came up now. But yeah, if he runs away from you, if he gets away, it's... So let me load the day 2 that I have. Hold on one second. Okay. Day 2, watch out. Jason's still alive. Watch the exclamation points. Boom. Pick Chrissy. Move right. Here comes Jason. Turn and run. Oh, it's my bad. Sometimes you can anticipate him running on the screen. Okay, so this is day 2. Okay, the routing is the same for day 2. We're gonna move into day 3. Okay, because the routing for day 2 and day 3 are the same, with the exception of the Jason fights. Let's get through day 2 and get through day 3, and then we'll go back and we'll talk about the Jason fights, okay? At this point, I want to let the mods know we might go 10 to 15 over, if that's okay. Would that be okay to run until 8:10, 8:15? Okay. Let's go. Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys. I just wanted to clear that up. Okay, let's move on to day 3. Okay. So the routing, like I said, the routing for day 2 is very simple. Move right. You're going to run into him. Keep moving right. You're going to run into him again, as long as you stay close to Jason. That's the whole trick to it. Stay close to him, move when he moves, when he turns to run off the screen, stop firing, and go. Okay? Now, day 3. Day 3 is going to be the same thing. Your visual cue that you can hit start quickly is right here when you see this picture of Jason sitting there. When it first pops up, he's got his head slouched. When he pops his head up, it's just like the exclamation points. You can go ahead and hit start as soon as you see him pop his head up. So let's pretend that just happened. Jason popped his head up. We're going to hit start, hit left, pick Chrissy. We're going to work our way to the right until we see the first path that goes up. That's the lake. Now we're going to work our way to the right again until we see the first path that goes down. Now we're in the woods. We're going to work our way right. Okay? We're going to run into Jason here in the woods. Oh. Okay, we're gonna wait for him here. He hasn't quite made it to the woods yet. He went right past us. See how crazy that is? He went right past us. He's into the lake. Okay? I'm not gonna follow this yet. I'm not gonna explain this yet. There's a way that you can do this once. There's a way that you can do this if this happens, and I will explain that after we get through day 3. Yes, Valiant, you're right. It was just like a 3 cycle. So you would hit, move left, hit right. But before I had a 4 cycle on him, it was my fault because I spent too much time getting through and explaining things. But yes, okay. So let me load the day 3. Okay, loading day 3. He's even stronger. Head snaps, start, Chrissy. Here we go. We're on the move. Move right. First path up. Move right. First path down. Go through the woods. Going to encounter Jason. We're going to chase Jason. Okay. So Jason did something there that is another thing that you should note. Ideally, you want to encounter Jason 3 times in the woods, okay? If Jason runs from you after that 3rd encounter, we'll call this scenario 1, okay? You can follow and take the first path you see, or second path you see, and I'll explain that in a second, down to the lake to cut him off where I just killed him. That's the end of day 3, okay? So day 2 and day 3 are very quick. Very quick. The most of the meat and potatoes in this run is day 1. Getting everything, collecting your key, collecting your knife, getting the torch, and then getting to Jason. Day 2 and day 3 happen incredibly fast. So once you have a solid day 1, you can build on that with day 2 and day 3. Now, the routing is exactly the same every time to get to the Jason fights. The Jason fights are where it's kind of tricky. And what I mean by that, day 2, where you kill Jason in day 2 directly relates to where Jason spawns day 3. I have 3 scenarios that this is in my tutorial as well on YouTube. There are 3 scenarios that I talk about that are your most common scenarios for day 2. And I'd like to go over that. I'd like to go over those with you. So the first scenario is going to be the 3-cycle kill, okay? So say that you encounter Jason on day 2. You hit him 9 or 10 times, you run right with him, you hit him 9 or 10 times, you run right, you kill him. 3-cycle, okay? You're going to encounter him on day 3 in the woods. There's a path that goes up. You will encounter him by the 2nd tree after the path that goes up. And let me show you that, okay? So we'll say, okay, we got a 3-cycle on day 2. Yay! So we pick Chrissy, move right, path up to the lake. We're going to go path down to the woods, okay? Move right. Now, you'll see the path that goes up. There it is. There's the first tree. There's the second tree. See how the screen stopped? This is where you will encounter Jason every time if you get a 3-cycle kill on day 2, okay? That is scenario 1. And there's your ideal kill on day 3. That's a 3-cycle kill on day 3, and that would be the end of the run. So, again, it's the 2nd tree after the path that goes up in the woods is where you will encounter him. Scenario 1, 3-cycle, 3-cycle. If that makes sense. Scenario 2 is if you have a 4-cycle kill. Say that Jason runs away from you on that 3rd cycle, but you're able to track him down on the path in day 2. Let me go to day 2 and see if we can do this for you. Okay, I'm going to try to load up day 2. I'm going to try to pull this up and show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Stronger than before! Exclamation points. Chrissy. Okay. So we get Jason. There's our first encounter. Chase after him. Second encounter. Chase after him. Here comes encounter number 3. This would be a 3-cycle if we killed him here. But oh no, he ran. So we're gonna follow him. Okay, here's a 4-cycle. This is scenario 2, a 4-cycle kill on the path. Now, take note at where Jason spawns in the woods on day 3 now. The routing is still the same. Pick Chrissy. We're going to go right. We're going to take the first path up. We're going to go right again. And we're going to take the first path down. Now, Jason's going to spawn after the first tree. There's the first tree. Screen's going to stop. Now, the routing is different here. You're going to want to chase after him for this one. Okay, he's moving again. We're going to go down to the lake to cut him off. If he runs again, chase after. Keep chasing. That's the name of the game. It's kind of funny because most people want to run away from Jason. You're trying to chase him down. And there's the end. So, the fights themselves. I'm just giving you the scenarios, and then we'll break down the fights themselves, okay? That was scenario 2. So remember, scenario 2 is a 4-cycle kill outside on the path on day 2, which means that Jason will spawn after the first tree after that path, okay? That is scenario number 2. Scenario number 3 is a little more difficult to set up, but I'm going to try to set it up for you. Scenario number 3 is if you fight Jason 3 times, but you don't kill him on the 3rd time, and you don't run after him fast enough to get him on the path. It means he's in the woods. Okay? So, let's try this again. This is scenario 3, okay? Get Chrissy. Work our way right. Run into Jason. Okay, run away from him. Man, he was aggro as heck right there. Okay, third cycle. We're going to let him run. So, oh no, he ran. Okay, so he's gone, right? Oh no. What do? Keep going. Go up the first path into the woods and keep following. Nah, he ran. I went too long. There is a fine line between getting him in the woods, the early woods, and having him go to where you need a straight up backup. Up the path. Wait, I'm so sorry. I was doing day 3. Okay. Day 2 strats, just work your way right. And here's Jason. Turn and run, turn and chase, turn and chase. Okay. Did that do it? I think I did it there. So follow, go up the path into the woods. Yep, there he is. Okay, so this is scenario 3. The 4-cycle kill in the woods, okay? How does this affect Jason's spawn point? This creates what we call the false gold. Because this is the fastest variant of day 3 that's available. Unfortunately, the sum of best in this game means nothing. Because you cannot get this time. Realistically, you can't get the same day 3 split with this routing. Because in the optimal sense, Jason will never spawn where he's about to spawn. But because we went a little longer in day 2 and because we met him in the woods, the 4-cycle woods kill, he's going to do what we call the early spawn in the woods for day 3. Okay? So let's go ahead and show you what that, what that means. Oh, okay. The channel's on an ad break. Okay. Thank you, NES. I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know that. Okay, perfect. All right, we're back. So, that's okay. No worries. Okay, so, again, this is the 4-cycle kill in the woods. This is scenario 3 for day 2 into 3, okay? So, the routing is the same. You're going to move right, up the path, right, down the path. That's your day 3 routing. So, select Chrissy. Move right. Up the path. Move right. Down the path. And then he's going to spawn very quickly, okay? Now, we're going to turn back to bring him back. Go down here. And that's that. That's why I said that's the fastest variant of day 3 that there is to offer, but that will only happen if you get a 4-cycle kill in the woods on day 2. So, okay. So, the Jason kills themselves, the Jason fights, are... Let me show you the routing for the Jason fights, okay? And we'll go back to scenario 1 for that. I'll explain it first, and then I'll show you, okay? So, scenario 1, this is the Jason fight on day 3. He's going to rush the screen. You're going to hit him until he turns to run off the screen. You're going to run to the left. He's going to come right back onto the screen. And then you're going to chase him to the right. So remember, scenario 1 and scenario 3 are identical fights, the first 2 encounters. You're going to want to go left, and, well, I lied, the first encounter. You're going to want to go left to bring him right back onto the screen. The only time that you don't want to move left to bring him right back onto the screen is scenario 2, which is the 4-cycle kill on the path. That's when you just want to follow him through the woods. I know that sounds confusing. I do apologize for how confusing that sounds, but let me show you what I mean, okay? So this is day 2. Oh, misfire. The game is crazy confusing. Okay, nope. I'm just going to load day 3. Is there a scenario 4 where we Netflix and chill with Jason? I mean, if you want, if you're into that kind of thing. Sharp. Sharp. Messy. Okay. Day 3. Day 3, or scenario 4 is throwing Laura off a cliff. I love it. Okay. Up the path. And then down the path. And this is scenario 1 fight. Remember, this is scenario 1 fight. So here's what I mean. Okay, here comes Jason. Second tree. There he is. Now we're going to move left immediately to bring him back onto the screen. Now we're going to chase him. And this time, if he escapes, okay, yeah, we're going to follow him and go down this path to meet him at the lake. Okay? Let me do that again. Let me do that again so you guys can see that. Okay. Pick Chrissy. Move right. He is a sneaky boy. Move up the path. Move right. Move down the path. Move right. Okay, there's the first tree. Second tree, here comes Jason. He's going to turn to run. Run to the left. Bring him back. Now chase after him. Okay, he's running again, so we're going to chase. Go down the path. He's going to pop right up. And there he goes. And that's the routing for the first scenario Jason fight in day 3. Now the routing for the second scenario Jason fight in day 3, the 4-path on the woods. I'm sorry, the 4-cycle kill on the path. That is what I meant to say. Let me see if I can pull that up for you. Man, that was close. I know. Okay, so we're back in day 2. Move right, move right, move right. Move right, move right. Fine. Give chase. Here it comes. Okay. Give chase. Okay. Hopefully. Good, we got him. Okay, so this is scenario 2. So I'll get a chance to show you the routing here for this fight, okay? This is the one I told you. You don't move left first. You continuously give chase to Jason during this fight, okay? So this is scenario 2, the 4-cycle kill on the path in day 2. Routing is the same. First path up, move right, first path down. Remember, he's going to spawn near the first tree now after the path. So there's the first tree. Here he comes. Now, in this scenario, the routing is we give chase. You pass that first path. Here comes Jason again. Now, he's going to run again. This is where you take this path down and meet him by the lake. If he runs again, you just follow him again. And that's the fight routing for scenario 2 on day 2. Again, that's the 4-cycle kill on the path. Let me see if I can do the other one for you. Okay, so we're back in day 2, and the routing is the same as before. Move right. We're going to try to get him in the woods. Hopefully we can do this. Okay, give chase. Give chase. Here it comes. There he goes. Okay, we got him. So this is scenario 3, okay? This is the... Yes, NES, you're right. You do not have to move left, but you still do have to go to the lake, right. Okay, this is scenario 3. This is the 4-cycle kill in the woods on day 2. Let me explain the fight routing here, okay? Can you come back and do this again in September? Yes, I can. No problem. Okay, so the day 3 routing is exactly the same as before. You're going to move right, you're going to go up the path, move right again, and then go down the path. But Jason's going to spawn relatively quickly. It matches the first fight, okay? In the sense that, here's Jason, now you're going to move left to bring him back. But here's the difference. This time when he runs, you're going to move left, here's the lake path. You're going to take the lake path down to meet him at the lake. If he gives chase, then you give chase. And you'll run into him. And here it is, blah, 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 and okay, there you go. That is the optimal fight routing for scenario 3, which would be a 4-cycle kill in the woods on day 2. There's all of your day 2 and day 3 scenarios. Now, to finish the tutorial, I would like to do some what-ifs, okay? And I'll try to quickly go through these because I know we're over time. The first one I have, it's a simple one, okay? It's a simple one. So, you just finished day 1. There's no rush at the moment? Okay, good. So you just finished day 1. You're heading into day 2, okay? You hit start. You think you moved your cursor, but you didn't, and you picked George. Oh no! You picked the wrong character. What do? Don't panic, okay? You're gonna lose a couple seconds, but you go into the first cabin that you see, the one you spawn in front of. You hit start, and you go to Chrissy, who's the character you're trying to get to. Leave the cabin, and you continue like nothing happened. So let me show you that again. Okay. Oops, you picked George. Realize it quickly. Start. You know. He ran away on us. So, what scenario is this? We got him in the woods on day 2. 4-cycle in the woods on day 2. There you go, you got it. Good job, NES. Good job, Salmon. Yep, it's scenario 3. Okay, there you go. Yep, so remember, if you pick the wrong character, just go into the first small cabin you see and change your character. You have to make sure that you... Exactly! Fool's gold! You got it, Apollo. Yep, don't panic. You can still salvage your run, even if you pick the wrong character, as long as you recognize you picked the wrong character fast enough, because the game runs on a timer. Jason he moves from spot to spot to spot, very specific times. So as long as you realize that you picked the wrong character before Jason starts to move past where, you know, he normally would be, go into that cabin, switch characters. You can finish it just like I did. If we choose Laura, can we leave her in the lake? Preferably, like, throw her in the woods somewhere. Maybe on a campfire or something. I didn't say that. Okay. Okay. So here's another what-if scenario, real quick. What happens if... Say you go ham with Mark on day 1, okay? And you're frenzying like mad. And you happen to kill Jason with Mark. What do? Oh no, I killed Jason with Mark on day 1. Now what? Don't panic. You can still finish the run. Here's what you're going to do, okay? You're going to pick Mark to start day 2, okay? Because remember, we still have to go to the right and go into the cabin where Chrissy is. Okay? So we pick Mark. You hear the alarm going off because Jason's in the cabin with Chrissy. So we move right to the first cabin. There's Chrissy. Okay? We do our swap. Get Jason outside. Now we can fight Jason here. Now, it's a little different. Let me pause it real quick. Let me tell you, okay? It's a little different here because Jason's working his way through, and he's working his way on his path, okay? So, you're not going to run into him immediately. You have 2 options here, okay? You can fight him inside on day 2, which is, I don't recommend that at all because that's, that's not indicative to the speedrun of this. Or you can wait the 4 to 5 seconds for him to get out of the big cabin and join the path again, okay? So right now, he's in this big cabin, and he's just chilling in the cabin. So I go over here, and I wait 3 or 4 seconds. There he is. Follow him again. There he is again. He might have got away that time. Yeah, see, that's why it's so vitally important to remember to follow him as close as you possibly can. Okay, so let's do that again, okay? So you killed Jason with Mark on day 1. Just pick Mark to start day 2, okay? Walk right, go into the house with Chrissy, do your swap, do your character swap, get Jason outside. Okay, you can follow here. Now remember, I like to stop at this 3rd post, and I like to wait 3, 4, 5, and here comes Jason. Like I said, he's on a timer, so he moves from point to point on his timer. And as long as you stay close to him, you can get him. But it really is super, super, super important to stay close to him. That's one of the biggest things that I can possibly tell you guys. Make sure you stay nice and close to him. Follow him as fast as you can on day 2, and that will avoid him. That will avoid the next what-if scenario. The next what-if scenario is, oh crap, he ran away from me on day 2. What do I do? Let me show you. Correct. Okay. So we take Chrissy. Follow right. This is day 2. This is day 2. So we got Jason here. Wait a second. How much more room for improvement is there? In the record, you mean? I'm sure there's another half a second to a second there using current strats. My menuing is not perfect, and there's a couple different input screw ups, I guess you could say. The race percent is pretty solid. Any percent, I'd say there's a good half a second to a second. But I'll look forward to summoning Salton Pit about you. It would be an honor. It would be an honor. There's a story I will tell very, very quickly because I don't want to hog up more time than I need to. I was out of this game. I was completely out of this game. I had set the record. I had the record. Somebody beat my record, and I was content with that. I was fine with it. The reason I came back to the game was as a tribute to my sister. I lost my sister in January of last year. She was 34. I won't get into specifics, but I'll just say she was like my biggest fan. We grew up together playing this game. She loved this game. She was the biggest supporter of me playing the game. So she would always tease me about getting my record back. When are you going to get your record back? When are you going to get your record back? And I would say, it's not important. It's not that important to have. It's not. Well, when she passed, I was like, okay, we're getting the record back, and we're getting it back for her. So I did. So that's the whole reason I came back to running the game, was just as a tribute to her. So that's the world record. It means so much to me, and I will never go for an improvement on this game for me. Like, it's just, I've done everything I can possibly do, and the last record that I set, I dedicated to her, and it was perfect. So that's why I said my next step in this game is trying to run it blindfolded at some point, and that would be... Thank you guys so much for the love. Thank you for the hearts. I really appreciate it. It was a rough time, but we did it. We did it for her, and yeah. Okay, moving on. I'm sorry. We're almost done. Questions. Please tell me that, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me personally. I will answer anything. I love to teach this. I love to help people and love to walk people through this game. If you need anything at all, I am readily available on Discord, on Twitch. Please feel free. We have a Friday the 13th speedrunning Discord. I believe, I turned the invites back on for that. So please feel free to join that if you'd like to. We are silly in there and fun, and yeah, we love all things about this game. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Oh, I'm sorry. If he bolts on day 2, one more thing. Give me 2 more minutes, guys. I apologize. I'm trying to keep it within that 15 minutes that I said. Okay. So here comes day 2, right? So we pick Chrissy. I got you. Okay, here comes Jason. And you don't chase after him fast enough. Oh, crap. Now what? Uh-oh. You lost him. Oh, no. He's gone. Uh-oh. So you follow and go up into the woods. You keep following. Go up the first path. Keep following. And you're going to go up the second path you see, okay? Now you're going to keep following to the right. Jason's working his path on his way through down to the lake. So you're going to catch him about right here. There you go. That is the routing you want to take if Jason runs from you on day 2. So you're going to follow. You're going to go up the first path into the woods, and then you're going to go up 2 paths. You're going to go right, up a path, right, up a path, right, and you will run into Jason. What scenario does this hit? This is the crazy part about this NES. This is kind of one of those in-betweeners. Okay, yes, exactly, looking for giants, the oh crap scenario. This is one of those ones that you're going to have to study your scenarios, and let me show you what I mean by that, okay? So, Jason was on his way to the lake, okay? You intercepted him from going to the lake, which means you stopped him from getting to the lake house, okay? Because that's ultimately where he ends up. See the timer going off right there? The timer going off right there means he's at the lake house. So, what you can do in this instance is you can go to... You do not want to fight him indoors. You can if you want to. It's all timing, okay? It's all timing. But ideally, it's a big time hit. I know it is. You want to stay right here. See where the character's blinking on the screen? On the east side of the lake? You want to stay right here. You want to let the timer go. Yeah, exactly what exactly what Raistlin said. Let the kids die. You know? Like I said, you could, if you are feeling up to the task of an indoor fight on day 3, you could do that. I recommend against it unless you practice it. If you practice it and you get your timing down, you get the dodges down, you could do it. You could. But I highly recommend waiting for him on this side of the lake. There he is. And now he's going to work his way here. And now he's going to the next house. There he is again. Okay, so he's going to go in this house. Hear the buzzer. Now, you're going to do the same thing. Counselor switch. Counselor switch. Now Jason's back outside. And there's the end of the game. See what I mean about it's kind of like a play it out scenario. The crappy part about when he runs away from you is it doesn't fall as nicely into any of the 3 scenarios that you'd want. The 3 cycle, the 4 cycle, and then the 4 cycle in the woods. It's kind of an in-betweener. It gets messy. But if you hear that alarm go off in day 3, he's always going to be at that lake house. You can always go to the east side of the lake. It is a time loss. It's a 45-second time loss, but it's less, I will tell you, it's less than resetting and starting from scratch. So, yeah, that's exactly... Yep, you got it. All scripted, minimal RNG. It's all executions with backups on backups. You are absolutely right about that. Once you learn this run, it's incredibly satisfying. It's incredibly gratifying. It just is a fun little run, honestly. It's a lot of fun to do. Your execution will get sharper and sharper. You'll get better and better at it. And I'm really looking forward to having some new runners on the board. Again, Rossi opened up this game for so many people, for everybody, because you don't have to worry about the resets. The any percent record is daunting. The any percent run itself is daunting because you have to reset and reset and reset to find the right seed. So, but that being said, I will end this little live tutorial now. I apologize that I went over time, but there was so much to share. If you are confused, I apologize. Hit me up. I will talk you through the confusion, I promise. If you have any questions, please hit me up. Hit the Discord up. Let me know. I love to help people learn this game. Do I have any final questions before I throw it back to our hosts? Yes, Game Overture, you're going to want to count to 7. That's just for the first day, okay? You want to count to 7 on day 1, and that is so you don't spawn zombies. Zombies equal time lost. So if you spawn a zombie, that's okay. You're just going to lose a second to a second and a half. But the 7-7 is so you can chase him, stay with him, and not spawn zombies for the first 2 Jason encounters on day 1. Okay, guys, I don't want to take up any more of their time. We've got Poison Curls up next, and he's an awesome dude. We go way back. So I hope you enjoy his tutorial. Thank you again to Best of NES for allowing me to come on and spread the knowledge. You guys are all amazing. I thank you all so much. And good luck. Good luck running this, and good luck to all of you in the Big 20. Thank you so much, and have a good night, everyone.